Well, hello and welcome back to the Tao Manifesting Tarot, the audio edition. Thank you, thank you. It is an audio edition for a very specific reason. It focuses you, it strengthens your imagination. You see, when you have video, when you're looking at video, you follow the action on the screen, whether it's a smartphone, laptop, desktop, doesn't make any difference. You're following the action on the screen. In very short order, you step back your imagination so that you give in to what you see on the screen. Your imagination cannot coexist necessarily, certainly not completely, with what's on the screen. You got to give yourself into the story, the pictures, right? Well, that weakens your imagination. I believe, in my cynical way, that has been the plan for all time. And certainly within the last 50, 60 years, it has been the game to weaken our imagination, to weaken our will, to weaken our intelligence, because we're more easily manipulated that way. This tarot reading, manifesting tarot reading, is a step in the opposite direction. It is there to strengthen your ability to make pictures in your brain. That's critical in terms of manifesting, but it's also critical in terms of really plugging into your life. So you're only going to see this one picture on the screen. That's it. This spread. That's it. Nothing else. Now, for a lot of people, they like this. They just close their eyes and they listen. They kind of get into a meditative state and let the images come into their brain, help with their manifesting. Other people do the same thing, but you can get a cup of coffee, get a cup of tea, cereal, sandwich. Doesn't make any difference. As long as you're listening, not watching, listening, it makes all the difference in the world. And in fact, just to show you how powerful listening is, let's say you hear a song somewhere, somehow. It could be in a grocery store, it could be in a car. It doesn't make any difference. You hear a song you haven't heard in, 10, 15 years, longer maybe. And you loved it at the time, but you forgot about it. It just, life moves on and you're busy going on to other things. Well, it comes back. And right then, you are flooded with feelings, with memories, with pictures from that time. And it feels good. Well, that's what we're doing now with just this one picture, the tarot spread on the screen, and no other distractions. Just to focus you. So let's get to it. Front row, center card, very important. It's the Oracle card, Truth Be Told. Wow. That is a big order, a tall order these days, because you are almost never being told the truth. Certainly not the whole truth. Let me explain. And this is the way media works. This is the way corporate public relations work. It's the way government works. Here's a story. Let's say a very good friend of yours gets into some sort of a problem, and you somehow get a message to you that he's in the hospital or she's in the hospital in serious condition. So you go there, and you see the doctor, and you ask them what's wrong with them, and they say, oh, they have a heart problem. Well, in essence, that's true, but that's not the story. The story is that they were in the wrong place at the wrong time. They got shot. Accidentally, but they got shot right in the chest. So yes, it is a heart problem, but you're not getting the whole story. That's what's been going on for probably all of our lives, but certainly in the last 3 years, you've seen it as clearly as you possibly can. Oh, this is the problem. But that's not the real problem. They don't give you the whole story. Yes, it's this, but here's the real story. And if you knew the rest of the story, you'd have the truth. They don't want you to have the truth. So this whole thing is about the truth be told. Facts, not fiction. And the job is your job. You are trying to be honest with you. Remember, we're talking about manifesting, right? This is a very unusual tarot read. It always is, because we're talking about manifesting coming from your point of view. I don't care what other people are doing. It's what you do, how you react, how you feel. So you are looking for fact, not fiction. You want the truth to be told. Well, you have to tell yourself the truth. And we begin, bottom row, left card, Two of Wands. You have a decision. The wands are plugging into life. Okay? Getting in touch with life, really feeling the joy of life. And the Two of Wands, you see him looking out there, one hand holding up a wand, the other holding up, looks like the globe. You could say he's planning. What he's doing is literally manifesting his future. What does he want his future to be? We do know he wants it to be plugged in. We do know he wants to be a participator in his life, not simply a spectator. Okay, it's a very positive outlook. And the card right next to it to kind of emphasize that is the Seven of Wands. And the Seven of Wands is defiance. It's taking the offensive. That's what this guy is doing, even though he's not at war with anybody. He is taking the offensive. He is stepping forward. He is saying, this is what I want my future to be. Truth be told, this is what I want my future to be, and I'm not going to settle for less. However, in so doing, there's a tower moment. Because he is changing direction. He is changing his attention. He's changing his focus. And when you do that, you begin to get different results. So he knows that there's a tower moment coming, something in his life because of his decision to get involved in a positive way in his life. It's going to change something. What's going to make the difference is the truth being told, him speaking the truth, him going after fact, not fiction. Tell me the whole story. Don't tell me I have a heart problem. Tell me about the gunshot. There, that's the whole story. Now I can begin to make decisions. Because right now, or up to this point, your life has been virtually a Four of Cups. You've been disconnected. Four of Cups is just losing interest. It's lack of motivation. It's boredom. You've just been going through the motions. You haven't insisted or have not insisted on the truth. You haven't insisted on fact, the whole story. You settled for fiction. At this point, you're beginning to understand, and it's showing up in your life in ways that you just cannot outrun. You cannot escape. You are bored with your life. You want that Two of Wands. You want that positive vision, that energetic vision for your life, and you're willing to fight for it, says the Seven of Wands. You know that you're going to have to make some changes. Something's going to have to change significantly in your life, but that's okay. Truth be told. Let's go to the second row. Far left, we have the Hierophant. The Hierophant is called the Pope of the Tarot deck, of course. You know that. But the Hierophant symbolizes belief systems, group identification. It's the storyline you have swallowed all of your life. Oh, if you just think this way, if you just do this, if you just feel this way, if you just settle for the fiction. And you're realizing that's a big mistake. It's broken your heart. Next card over. Three of Swords. It literally has busted your heart. And what's busted your heart, remember, swords are thoughts, ideas. What's happened to you is you've been lied to. And that negative information, those negative ideas have literally killed your heart, killed your soul. You almost been like a zombie in some regards, just kind of going through life. Get up, go to work, go home, get up, go to work. I mean, that was the American way, or that was the order of the world, right? And you found yourself leading a very, not just boring life, disconnected life. You weren't plugged in. You weren't that Two of Wands. You weren't that Seven of Wands. You were that Four of Cups. So the Hierophant says, change your belief system. Change your thoughts. And the next card over, Three of Wands. Three of Wands is nice. Okay? It's pursuing the unknown. It's being a visionary. And the Two of Wands fits very nicely with this one, the Three of Wands. Those two work together very well. Because the Two of Wands is making the decision. I want a life that's plugged in. I want a life that's positive. I want a life that's enthusiastic. And the Three of Wands says, I know how to get it. I want to combine, unify, organize my mind, body, and spirit. Those are the three wands: mind, body, spirit. You begin to operate as a unified, connected human being. And you do that by speaking the truth to yourself. And finally, to underline this whole idea of how important it is to get the facts, not the fiction, we have the King of Swords. King of Swords says you got to get your thinking right. You got to get your thoughts right. The truth must be told, and you must tell yourself the truth. You know what's going on. You know they're lying to you. They're giving you half-truths, and it's the half that you don't know that's killing you, or will. You know that. And so the final card in the reading, center card up top, is the Hermit. You must go inside. Look inside. Connect with your spirit, your emotions, and you do that by changing your thinking. Go for the facts. Don't settle for the fiction. Truth be told. You can do this. And in fact, Mercury retrograde right now. So boy, I'll tell you, for the next 3-4 weeks, perfect time to be honest with yourself. When you do that, you'll be honest with everything else and everybody else. That's the reading. More tarot tomorrow. We'll do some more manifesting. I hope you're with me. If not, between now and the next time we do have a chance to do tarot together, peace and blessings. And live inspired.